What else after that? And every day is Thanksgiving. Every day. And then 11. And did you get in touch? Tell her, Jackie, about the switch and
Yes, I did. I got a hold of her, let her know what she's aware, and I suppose I got her video, and yes, I made sure that happened. Yes.
all right, it's
How
time.
we doing? We good to go? Okay, let me roll.
So I haven't found the other two yet, but go ahead, don't die, man.
morning and welcome to Glide. We are so glad that you are here, that you have said yes to gathering, to leaning into the power of unconditional love and acceptance. Give yourselves a hand for being here. So glad that you're here. There are a few folks who help to make celebration possible every single Sunday morning. I want to invite you to take a look up in the balcony on our light show ministry. Jackie Wax. Cole is also upstairs. Betty is in the back there on our sound. Keep it going, y'all, for the amazing voices and faces of the Glide Ensemble. The Glide Change Band is under the direction of Brother Cliff Colter, y'all. We have some very exciting news about our senior pastor, the Reverend Dr. Karen Olavito, which we will speak to in just a bit. But we're so glad. I want to make the transition and say we have got our associate pastor, the Reverend Angela Brown, is in the house. Oh, yeah. Co-founders of this amazing community, Janice Miracatani, y'all, is in the house. And look who's back, chilling in his seat, the Reverend Dr. A. Cecil Williams.
And Associate Pastor Reverend Theon Johnson III.
We're so glad that you're here. We invite you to take the hand of the person next to you. We're going to be led in prayer by Dr. Vincent.
Dear Heavenly Father, may we all bow our heads, please. Thank you for this day. Thank you for Cecil Williams. Thank you for Janice Miracatani. Thank you for Theon Johnson III. Thank you for Angela Brown. And thank you for Karen Olavito. God, thank you for a place where for the first time in my life, I feel safe. In this world today, a lot of people, for the first time in their lives, are not feeling safe and they are afraid. But Lord, I know that you are God who understands all things, created all things, made all things possible. Unfortunately, you made great perfection in the beginning, and then you said, well, I need to give them free will. You had perfection, Jesus, and you gave us free will. And now I'm praying that in addition to the free will, that you give us empathy, that you give us a chance to understand each other, that you remove the wall of defensiveness, that you remove the wall of doubt, that you remove the wall of fear, that you remove the wall of accusations, that you remove the wall of telling stories on each other, because I need to tell before you tell your story, I have to tell mine. Dear Lord, lift us all up because you are a God beyond all understanding. And it is because of you, Lord, that I stand here today testifying of your greatness, your goodness, your mercy. May we all say amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Right on. Shalom. Salam. Namaste.
Hey.
What are you singing? Ain't gonna let nobody. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Yeah. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me down. Turn me around. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom flag.
Nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around.
Austin, Reverend Cecil Williams, y'all. We've come to an exciting point in celebration where we want to invite you to turn and welcome the person into the community. Give them a hug, y'all. Tell them you're glad they're here.
Be seated. My name is William Page. I'm going to give you a couple of announcements before we continue. But I want to say good morning again to everyone here at Glide. Thank you so much for being here. You bless us with your presence. I'm going to go right to a better me. Joan Glick, come on down. Joan is responsible for our Better Me workshop.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. So, A Better Me at the end of July is going to be looking at hormones, which are always associated with women. Well, guess what? We got menopause and we got andropause. Our speaker is Dr. Christina Fertino. She is a holistic and family practice physician, and she will be leading the workshop, so I'm going to turn it over to her. July 31st at 12:45 in the Glide Wellness Workshop. No sign up, just come and join us. Thank you.
Hi, Glide family. I am so honored to be able to speak about this because a lot of people know about menopause and there's still a lot of questions about it. But now the whole new term is manopause, about decreased testosterone and androgens. And there's lots of questions and lots of things that people are on people's minds about different kinds of hormones and medications and treatments. So we're just going to really explore all those things. You don't have to be going through menopause or menopause to be a part of the group, though, because we all know that one day we will go through that, or have been going through that, or had gone through that. So we welcome you to come. It's free. Bring a friend. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Glide is having a backpack giveaway and is sponsored by the Gay Bi Men's Group. Is Steve Heiser here? Come on up, Steve.
Thank you. Before I get to backpacks, I wanted to update you on the last project I was on, which was Computers for Kids. And it allowed Glide Housing. They just bought 17 computers and software. And they're busy lining up classes. The next group they want to serve is those under 24 in school or vocational training. So thank you to all of you for your support to make that happen. So up next is the Gay Bi Men's Group is raising money to buy backpacks, and we expect to give away almost 200 backpacks. Thank you. We make it easy for you to donate downstairs afterwards, cash, check, or credit card. You can buy supplies online. You can also go to many stores that are having sales and buy supplies and donate them to the office during the week. Any money left over goes to youth activities. And those backpacks will be going to Glide Family Youth and Child Care Center, Glide Housing, and Glide Kids. We also need volunteers on August 6th to help with the sorting backpacks and stuff and giving them away. So thank you very much for making all of this happen.
Thank you, Steve. And thanks to the Gay by Men's group for everything they do here within the Glide community. A couple of additional announcements. We do have The Light in You. That's where Sophia takes portraits of the members of our community so that your inner beauty can shine here at Glide. The next time they meet will be on the 24th. Look for Sophia downstairs in Freedom Hall. We are starting a pregnancy support group, and we're actually going to have the next meeting of that pregnancy support group on August 2nd. Again, look downstairs for information. I do want to give a big shout out this morning to the Glide team that's at the SF AIDS Walk right now. If you have not given yet and are able to give, you can still give via the web, and there'll be information downstairs. There is a summer immersion program in Mexico, August 14th through 28th. It's going to be led by Karen Alavito. There'll be more information about that downstairs, so please come downstairs in Freedom Hall to hear about that. And we do have our coffee talks going on right now. So there's a coffee talk in the East Bay on the first and third Tuesday, and there's a coffee talk in San Francisco on Tuesdays. Come downstairs in Freedom Hall for more information. It is a way to be with your Glide brothers and sisters outside of Sunday celebration. If you are going through anything where you need support, please know that the Congregational Care Team is here to be with you and to support you. That is led by the Reverend Angela Brown, and there are many members throughout the Glide congregation who are part of the Congregational Care Team. See myself or see any of us who are wearing the badge today. We have recovery circles, healing through Negro spirituals. There are many ways to engage the Glide community. Again, come downstairs to Freedom Hall for more information. I am now going to turn it over to Reverend Theon Johnson III. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've done this. Glide stuff. So there is a way to support Glide by buying Glide stuff downstairs in Freedom Hall. T-shirts, DVDs, cups, books. In addition to Glide stuff, when we take up the offering, you will also see ways to give via your cell phone, via texting, via our iGive website. So please stay tuned for that. I will now turn it over to the Reverend Theon Johnson III.
What a gift to have in our community, some amazing folks. All of you are amazing. And so just give yourselves a little. Or that, yeah. That's right. Y'all are awesome. I want to also highlight some folks who help us do the work, who provide oversight for what happens here at Glide. And we have both member of the congregation, but also a great board member right here in the front, Dixie Horning, y'all. Give it up for Dixie. Oh, yeah. She makes a mean gumbo, too, y'all. I'm just saying. We're also glad to have folks from across our connection here this morning. Is Wesley UMC in the house? What's happening, y'all? Good to see you. I think I'll be seeing y'all after the celebration, so just stay in that corner. We also have Mayflower Church of Christ. Are you in the house? Right on. Welcome. Is Thousand Oaks UMC in the house? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. Thousand Oaks didn't wake up early enough in the morning. All right. Y'all were just waking up. We're glad you're here. And I'm glad to have I see, look who's back from their honeymoon. William and Tom's in the house. Good to see y'all. Love these two. And fresh into the Bay Area for good, or at least I hope so, my baby sister's in the house. Erica Johnson is here. There's so many things to celebrate, so many things that we're celebrating in our community, and one that's coming up is our own, the Reverend Dr. Karen Olavito, who currently who has served as senior pastor here at Glide Memorial for north of 8 years, and a historic action from the Western Jurisdictional Conference of the United Methodist Church, which met this week in Scottsdale, Arizona. Karen was elected on the 17th ballot to be a bishop in the College of Bishops for the Western Jurisdiction of the United Methodist Church. It's nothing short of historic. In this action, her work as an Episcopal leader in the United Methodist Church has already begun. She'll be back at Glide Celebration next week. However, her time is quickly coming to. You can't hear me. I find that interesting. Okay. So let's try that again. Karen's office as bishop has already begun, and we're so excited for the leadership that she will be providing to not only our jurisdiction but to the global church. And I believe we have a brief message from Karen that we're going to cue up right now for you. Give us one moment. Hang on. Can we back that up? Karen's saying something really nice right now. I love my chest. Look at it. Wow, I'm touching my nice robe.
We miss you. We'll be back next week to celebrate. See you soon.
Can we try that again from the top, please?
Hi, Glide family. History was made, and in no small part because of the love that you have undergirded Robin and I with. We were able to step boldly forth into the United Methodist Church and break through one more glass ceiling. So just wanted to let you know, you've been in our hearts and prayers, and we're just so grateful for such a loving community.
We love you. We miss you. We'll be back next week to celebrate.
See you soon.
Bishop Oliveto has been assigned to the Denver area, which is the Rocky Mountain SkyWest Conference, and will begin that Episcopal assignment as of September 1. We've got a few more photos. If you'll see, it was indeed nothing short of historic. She was elected on the 17th ballot unanimously. The candidates dropped out, which in order to make space for this historic moment in bringing into representation those who are most marginal among us, and in this hour and moment, it's our brothers and sisters who are LGBTQIA plus persons. And so having her as a presence on the Council of Bishops is nothing short of a miracle, of a blessing, and of the type of historic witness that the Western jurisdiction has made in the church. The first black female bishop was elected out of the Western jurisdiction in 1984. One of the first Hispanic, Latina females who is now coming to be our bishop, Minerva Carcaño, was elected out of the Western jurisdiction. Karen is elected out of the Western jurisdiction. So we're glad to be a part of this rich tradition. Bishop Carcaño actually is in the back to the right. And we're grateful for the leadership that she and she will bring into the life of our denomination. Thanks be to God.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes. I'm so glad to be back. I don't like being pushed around like this. But that's the way it is. You can push me anytime. Anytime. You know, several things have happened that are very critical. For instance, Vernon is now the director of the Glide Ensemble. Where's Vernon? That's interim director. Where's? Oh, yeah. Don't hide up there, brother. Come down. Come on down. Come on down. Let us. And Clifford is our musical director. And the Glide Ensemble is wearing black and red today. You look beautiful, and you're singing magnificently. So thank you so very much, and thank you. Let me say something about Karen, please. Just a short word, but I have to say it. 8 years ago, when she became a minister for Glide, we said then that something had to happen. We didn't know that something that had to happen was working to become a bishop in the United Methodist Church. But it's happened, and it's a reality. And I'm telling you something. You can rest assured that it was not easy. You can rest assured that they really had to work to pull it off. You can rest assured that they did not want that to take place. They didn't want Karen to win because she represents something that is for the 21st century. And so therefore, because she has now become a bishop in the United Methodist Church, we can rejoice. We can say we are making history. We can say that you can't hold us back. There's no way in the world can you push us back. And I'm telling you, Glide has had a lot to do with not being pushed around. But Glide has stood up constantly for multiracial, multi-community, multi-people, standing up for those who are less than and those who are weaker than. And so we are honored to have participated and will continue to participate in that drive and in that commitment of so many people saying we are not going to let anybody turn us around. Nobody, not even racism, not anybody's going to turn us around. We're going to be a community that is not divided, but a community that is one, because we believe very strongly in people being together rather than people being separated. And so you, Glide, have made a pledge and committed yourselves. And I want to thank you, and Jan wants to thank you, and we want to thank you all for those who have participated and will continue to participate in bringing about the beloved community. You are the beloved community.
Well, I am very deeply moved today because, I'm thinking back 53 years ago when this man stood up and stood against the injustices within the United Methodist Church, the bigotry, and a church, the larger church, the global church, which still does not recognize gay marriage, gay couples, and we have this revolution catapulted again from Glide to now have Karen Oliveto as our new bishop. It is it's been a very hard fight. I don't know, I know you know that change does not come easily, but it comes because we are consistent and persistent and we don't give up. And I have to say that from the first gay ball that Cecil went to and didn't know that they were men, and he said, I have never seen such beautiful women in my life. And you still are the most beautiful women. But I'm so proud to be part of this history, and I'm so proud that you as a community have supported that which is just and that which is loving and that which is right. So thank you. Thank you, Cecil, for the starting of all of this.
And certainly we want to look to you, the Glide Ensemble. You have played a major part in what has taken place. And I want you to know, we want you to know, that just keep on keeping on. Just keep on. Because if there is a place for people to gather, you will be the first to always gather in the name of those who have fought for freedom and brought about a new change. The Glide Ensemble is the most important group of folks anywhere, no matter where you look at it. So keep on keeping on. We love you, Vernon, and we love you, Chris. We love you, Chris. We love you. Now give us some good music. Give us some good music. Yeah.
Lord,
every day is a day. Oh, God has been so good. Every day, every day is a day. That's why I take the time to glorify the Lord today. Every day is a day. Oh, God has been so good. And every day, is a day. You ought to take the time to glorify the Lord today. I thank God for the moments that I worship in His name, and I thank Him for the sacrifice of praise. Now it's no mystery to say how my God is every day, making His way through clouds of dark and bringing the sunshine into my heart. Yeah, every day is a day of thanksgiving. Oh, God has been so good to me. And every day He's blessing me. That's why I take the time to glorify the Lord today. See, He protects all around me in spite of Satan's descending power that never ever cease to try and tear me down. But I just lift my hands to glory, singing about redemption story. I'm thanking Him for His amazing grace that gives me the power to run this race. Every day is a day of thanksgiving. Oh, God, it pays so good. Every That's why I take the time to keeps blessing me over and over again. Oh, He opened the door that I might see. He keeps on. That's why I take the time to glorify the Lord. Oh, yeah. I lift up the name of the Lord. Glorify Him this very day. Oh, He just keeps on blessing me over and over. Oh, yes, He is. He's opened some doors that I could not see. He keeps on. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That's why I take the time to glorify the Lord. Lift up His name. Magnify the name of the Lord. Glorify Him
Emma Jean Foster, soloist. Leah Ticey, second soloist. Dennis Hersey, First soloist, Vernon Bush, choral director, and Clifford Coulter, musical director, and the Change Band. Thank you. You know, all of our programs here have been started with very little money or no money, and we were able to build over 87 programs, maybe 100 programs, because of you, because of volunteers. Our first program, the males program, started with 10 volunteers feeding 50 people one night a week. Now we're feeding over 800,000 free meals 3 times a day, every day of the week. The children's, how many of you are here for the first time and you know, for whom this is new news? But some of you who have been coming here may not know that our children's program started out with 15 children who were running around in the city. Truant, Latchkey Kids, and Joyce Hayes and I and other volunteers pulled them in. And we bought them books, and we had a tutoring program for them with volunteers. And now we have an entire building for 500 children and their families whom we serve. So, you know, really it is you, the people, who have created this movement called Glide. And I'm going to call someone up here who's been volunteering for 18 years. You don't usually see her until October, November, but as Matt says, we're going to have Christmas in July. I should have known. I should have known that you go behind my back. Laurie Ferreira. Now, I just want to say this. I mean, 18 years that she's been here, she has gone what is beyond the possible. She has been able to gather toys, get new toys for over 3,000 kids. What, 10,000, 11,000 toys. Now, that seems impossible. She's gone beyond the possible. Laurie?
Thank you, Jan. Hi, Glide family. Cecil, I love your new ride. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I know you hate it, but it's cool. And you're here. We appreciate that. Yeah, we appreciate that. God bless you. So I am Laurie Ferreira, and even though I hate to correct Mrs. Miracatani, Dr. Miracatani, I've been a member of Glide for 26 years. And about the children's program, the first toy drive I ever did about 18 years ago was Cecil's brainchild, and we gift wrapped every toy. Oh my God. Of course, that was 300 toys, and last year we collected and distributed over 10,000 toys for the kids of this community. But I'm here today to help you reach deep in your pockets and give some money to this organization that is more than a toy drive or even a children's program. Glide is a community of y'all. You know, I've been here 26 years. I remember, I can't even tell you, I don't even want to share all the things I remember about the organization, but the organization is because of us, because of Cecil's vision and how he's led us. It's bigger than Cecil, it's bigger than Jan, it's bigger than me. Glide is an entity of itself, and it is here to support folks. It's my home. You know, You know, I've raised a child here. I've been employed here, unemployed, married, unmarried, sick, healthy. I've been all of those things here at Glide. And, you know, every time I show up, no matter how long I'm away and no matter when I'm here or if I'm in a good mood or not, this place is always open, and it's always open for everybody that walks through this door, whether you're coming to eat dinner, to have health care, to have child care, to get off drugs. This place is Glide. And I want to encourage you to dig deep, support what we do 365 days a year here. Y'all know we need healing right now. This is the place to heal. I thank you for being here. I'm Lori. I'm Glide.
You just heard why. I want to tell you how. Hey, lift up your left hand. All right. Wave it. Yeah. Thank you. How about the right hand? All right. How about both? All right. Great. And then do like this. Offering time, y'all. The usher's going to come. We invite you to be generous. Jackie's going to put a screen up on to show you how you might be able to give electronically if you do not carry cash or check. But we are only able to be who we are because of you. So thank you in advance for your generosity. Give it up, y'all. Well, they're on it. You're going to hear one more number from the Glide Ensemble, and then we're going to hear from our preacher, the Reverend Angela Brown.
have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say, it could mean the world's disaster. It could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love is in need of love today. Oh, so now don't delay. Send your loving right away. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is all of our love.
I'm sorry, the Glide Ensemble and the Change Band. Before I start, I just, and some of you may have received this too, some disturbing news from Baton Rouge, where a young black man with an AK-47 shot into 3 police vehicles. And there have been 3 police officers confirmed dead and others injured. And as Lori said earlier, we are in need of healing. And as the ensemble has just sung, what we need is love, and we need it today. So I would like for us to just take a moment to lift up our prayers for healing and love. Lord, in your grace and mercy, we lift these prayers to you. For the past 3 weeks, we've been on a vacation series. And today, our vacation series takes us to a location in the United States that some have said changes personalities hour to hour, season to season, eon to eon. It never shows the same face twice. To visit this location is humbling. It has been said that there are no atheists at this location. It is a rare spot where our insignificance is laid bare, while simultaneously being a place that reminds us how incredible our understanding is and how much we have been able to understand in such a short time. A location that I have been blessed to visit twice. It is true that it never shows the same face twice. I have seen it from the North Rim, and I have also seen it from the South Rim. And each is very unique and unlike the other. There are also very different perspectives that you can view the canyon from. For example, you can ride into the canyon on a mule. Also, you can view it from a helicopter, or you can view it while rafting down the mighty Colorado River. All of these perspectives explains to me why it is called the Grand Canyon. It is located in Arizona at an elevation of 2,600 feet. Its width ranges from 4 to 18 miles. It takes 7 days to raft down the 188 miles of the canyon of the Colorado River. The Colorado River is the body of water that has carved the face of the Grand Canyon over the centuries. The Colorado River is a mighty force itself to be acknowledged and reckoned with. More water is exported from the Colorado River than any other river in the United States. It supplies water to Los Angeles, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Denver, San Diego, and several other cities. There are 2 million acres of land that are irrigated from the Colorado River. The majesty of the Grand Canyon is only surpassed by its length of existence. The mighty, magnificent chasm is 6 million years in the making, 3 million years before the recorded history of human existence. It is the physical embodiment of the word awesome. The first time I went to the Grand Canyon, I went on a sunset tour of the canyon. The sunset is where the canyon puts on an amazing light show of nature's rainbow. The colors defy human description. While taking it all in and not wanting the sunset to stop, all I could say as I stood there was, "How great thou art." The words of this classic hymn said what I could not articulate while feeling so small. And just one verse of that song says, "When through the woods and forest glades I wander, and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees, when I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and see the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art." I don't know about you, but the activities of my fellow human beings in just the few weeks causes me to need to know that there is something greater than myself. Just what happened this morning, also the killing of 2 unarmed African American men, the killing of 5 police officers and injuring many more in Texas, the massacre in Nice, France, the attempted takeover of the Turkish government, and the senseless gun violence that occurs every day. Just the listing of these events leaves me needing to be comforted with the knowledge and assurance that there is a higher power. The beauty and grace of over 6 million years that the Grand Canyon has stood lets me know that there is someone greater than I that I can lean on, that I can anchor myself to, a power that has shown its ability to stand. Over the last month, I have heard more about the power of love than I have ever heard my entire life. But then the next tragedy happens, and I wonder, did we really mean it? If love is truly the answer, are we willing to love deeply and sacrificially enough for the continuation of humanity? It is a kind of love that is not ego-based, where you don't love just to get something in return, but you love because it is the only way we can get through this life intact. Doc Oswald, who was a former young adult member of Glide and who is currently in medical school, posted on his Facebook page, "Love and the memories of love have been the very foundation to stand on and an umbrella to stand under when sorrow rolls and grief reigns. To be able to love so strong and so unselfishly has been the soothing salve for blistering days." My friends, we have some blistering days that have left me without words to fully express my grief, the loss, an inability to understand how and why these events have happened. We need to do more than hashtag the next tragedy. We must do the work that is required to make sure that another tragedy does not happen. Do we really take the time to tell and hear the stories of others before we take our stand against others? Have the events of the last month caused a change in how you treat all people? Do you tell the ones that you love on a daily basis that they are loved and that they are a valuable part of your life? For thousands of years, the Grand Canyon has been continuously inhabited by Native Americans who built settlements within the canyon and its many caves. The Pueblo people, along with other Native Americans, considered the Grand Canyon a holy site and made pilgrimages to it. The Grand Canyon and other beautiful vistas of the United States have not always been accessible to all the citizens because of racism. As a child, I, along with my mother and her best friend, went on a cross-country road trip to Atlanta, Georgia, where I was born. We were in a brand new 1960, there it is, Chevy Impala with the bat wings on the back, and it had California license plates. What I had always heard as a child during the 60s, that when driving cross country, once you crossed the railroad tracks in any city, you would find African Americans, and that is where you could safely find a place to lodge and food. I would like to thank Travis Woodard, who shared with me a book that would have been helpful and useful on that trip, entitled The Negro Motorist Green Book. The book was published by Victor H. Green. Green thought of the idea in 1932, but the first edition was published in 1936. The publication was in existence from 1936 to 1964, when the Civil Rights Act was passed. The book was updated annually, selling over 15,000 copies per edition during its heyday. It listed hotels, boarding houses, restaurants, nightclubs, barbershops, and beauty salons where African Americans could be served. This book allowed travelers to avoid not only the embarrassment of being denied service, but the possibility of death on the road. I distinctly remember one night on our cross-country trip in 1960, we stopped in a laundromat to rest. Within 10 minutes of our arrival, the sheriff had arrived, asking questions: where were we headed, and if the car outside with the California license plates were ours. Now, this might have been one of the first incidents of driving while black police profiling. I was too young to appreciate the danger of the moment. 2 women and a female child being totally defenseless. But what I do remember was that we immediately left the laundromat, got in the car, heading towards Atlanta, noticing that we were followed until we crossed the state line, leaving Mississippi. Dr. Edwin Beerbaum, when speaking of the Grand Canyon, says it is where we can return to the source of our being and recover the freshness of new beginnings. The Grand Canyon itself is a study of new beginnings. The water carves new waterways every day, which changes the face of the canyon. The rocks falling, stacking on each other, creating another layer of magnificence, beauty, and strength. Elections can be a time of new beginnings, where an organization, city, state, and country can correct the wrongs that a previous administration caused or neglected. The upcoming local and state presidential elections are opportunities for new beginnings, to end senseless gun violence with sensible gun legislation. We have an opportunity. We also have an opportunity to elect persons who are brave enough to create opportunities for having honest, ongoing dialogues about racism and its devastating effects on this country, and then to have the courage to correct the effects of racism. We could have an opportunity to elect people who will truly set aside affordable housing, breaking the school to prison pipeline with quality education, and humanely addressing the immigration concerns. But what I hear from some during this election cycle is a desire to go back. To go back to when America was great. What I really feel in my gut when I hear that slogan is what Ricky Tyler, who is running for Congress, was honest enough to say in his campaign slogan, is to make America white again. One of the many lessons from the Grand Canyon for us today is to be open to being a people of new beginnings, where we are not wedded to our past, but open to blazing new trails for the future. We need to know that our hope is not tied to the past, but that our hope is discovering what is possible for our future. We should not limit ourselves to what we can accomplish as an individual, because there is truly strength in numbers. There is comfort in knowing that we never need to take this journey alone, that God's grace is sufficient for the journey. So when life feels like you are going down the rapids of the Colorado River without a paddle, remember, you plus God is a majority, and that's more than enough. The United Methodist Church has an opportunity for a new beginning. With the election of its first openly lesbian bishop, our own Dr. Reverend Karen Olovito. It is the time for the church to live into the gospel of the greatest of these is love. That the gifts and graces of an individual should not be devalued or dismissed because the person is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer. Let us hold the church to its statement that LGBTQ individuals are of sacred worth. Period. That's all we need to say. And let us reject the statement that a human being made in God's image is incompatible with Christian teachings. It is not a lifestyle, it is a life that we're holding to be sacred. We must become excited about the journey of life that is ahead of us, always wondering and eager about what awaits us around the bend. Marianne Williamson reminds us that every choice you make is either an expression of love or an expression of fear. During the 16 ballots that were taken before Karen was elected, where she was always number one, but it took 17 ballots to finally elect her, you could see and feel the fear that was beginning to overcome the delegates. The fear of what is going to happen next if we elect an openly gay elder. What will the church do? Will an annual conference be without a bishop while the case goes through the complaint process? But the argument that we put forward to them was that it was not their job to worry about what the church was going to do. Their job was to do the right thing, the just thing, and the loving thing that they were called to do as people who believed in love and justice. that there were people that were watching them with hope in their hearts that this could be a day of new beginnings for the United Methodist Church. We cannot allow the action of a few to steal our joy and cause us to live in fear. One of the most crucial parts of building a house or a structure is the foundation that is built on. Is the earth beneath the house solid bedrock that will not move when all around it is moving? The Grand Canyon is nature's cathedral that has continued to stand even though it is divided. The split, instead of being a sign of pending destruction, has become one of nature's greatest wonders. Despite the split, both sides continue to stand, which can be true of our personal and professional relationships, that people and situations are in our life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, which Matt Cahill reminded us of a few weeks ago. To split from a relationship or a situation or job is not the end of the world. If our foundation is solid, we can remain standing through it all. Never build a house on a shaky foundation where you are not wanted, appreciated, or loved. The Grand Canyon's beauty is that it is a collection of